All right, welcome back to Proline. Week 1 on Sunday. You're always going to have some good games out there, some that might be a little less interesting. But I'll tell you what, everybody's going to want to watch this if you're an NFL fan. Huge showdown at Lambeau. The Seahawks and the Packers. These are elite teams. Two teams that definitely have a chance to be representing their conference in the Super Bowl at the end of the season. And it's a rematch as well because last year Green Bay won, I believe it was 38-10. So you might have a little revenge on the Seahawks' mind here.
Well, revenge, they haven't done very well, Dave.
Ooh.
When they go to Lambeau, they just have not done well. I think they're 0-4-1 or something like that. This is a tough place to play. And it's not that cold there yet, so you don't have that factor. But this is a very difficult game. I love the Seahawks this year. I think they're really built.
What about the left tackle?
Fant, the loss there, I think that's huge. You got a right-handed quarterback. You need your backside covered because that's a blind spot. So that left tackle, we still don't know if the plug in there is going to work. And we won't know until Sunday when we start watching this football game because I guarantee you Green Bay sees that hole. They know he's out, and he's out for the year.
Yeah.
So they're going to go after it, and they're going to test that position.
You know, one thing I think we're going to see out of the Packers early, there's been a lot of talk about this, is had Aaron Rodgers lost his passion for the game? Well, I don't think he ever had. I think that's ridiculous. But I think Green Bay wants to make a statement in this game. Now, don't take that as an endorsement of the Packers minus the points. I've got actually a lot of games that I like this week in the NFL. This isn't one of them. I think this is a really tough game. I don't want to go against Green Bay at home. The number indicates to me maybe a little Seattle. If I'm just reading it from a line standpoint, so it's a game where I end up out of it. If I had to make a bet on it, I'd probably take the Packers.
I think the best bet in the game is the over.
You know, it could be.
I don't see either one of these teams shutting each other down. I mean, Wilson is a monster. He's in great shape.
He is awesome.
It's incredible what he can do.
I don't know why he still gets a bad rap from some people. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, period.
I can't imagine anybody, well, I can imagine sometimes the public does some crazy things.
Yes, they do.
But we're not going to go there.
No, we won't.
Wilson is amazing. And you want your money on somebody in a game to pull it out, to play good, to hit the shots, make the right decisions. I mean, these two quarterbacks are fantastic.
It really is an elite matchup. Fun game to watch.
One of these guys is definitely, well, first of all, either one could be in the Super Bowl. Both quarterbacks could win most valuable player in the league. This is a great game for week 1. I'm not sure they're both going to be, mid-season sharp. They're probably not, but this is a monster game. You got to watch it. I'd bet the over. I think that the Green Bay Packers -3 at home. Basically, you're saying the game is even, which I kind of agree they are. And you got home field advantage, which definitely is, Green Bay is definitely worth at least 3. So it's a toss-up game for me. I wouldn't bet the game, but I definitely am betting the over.
Well, let's see what Jeff Saad has to say on this game. Let's get Jeff Saad's take right now from Las Vegas Sports Services. Jeff?
Thanks, guys. Seattle has a rock-solid defense again and an improved offensive line, along with a memory of getting crushed here last season. Sure, they'll be up for the game, but they are 2-6-2 against the spread against the Packers, including 0-4-1 ATS at Lambeau. Green Bay has the edge at the all-important QB position with Aaron Rodgers, who threw 40 TD passes last season with only 7 interceptions, and the defense is improved. They're also 7-3 against the spread in Week 1, and the home team is 5-1 ATS when these teams meet. I'll back the Packers, guys.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Let's move to the NFC East and the early showdown between the Giants and Cowboys. Cowboys were swept last year by the Giants, 20-19 and 10-7. The Giants, at least on paper, have upgraded on defense. Dallas, they lost some stuff from this 12-4 team. And I can tell you this, there's some respected money showing up on the Giants for this game. Now, the weird thing, of course, is this bizarre situation with Elliott, who his suspension's been upheld, but he's playing in Week 1. I have no idea how that works. I don't care. All I know is he's going to be out there, and that's a big, big plus for Dallas. Not as much from the running standpoint. He's actually a bit overrated as an actual runner. His yards after contact last year was strictly average, but one thing that he is exceptional at, he's a great blocker, great blocker. And having him out there against a pretty fierce pass rush that the Giants can throw in there, I think that's a big break for Dallas to have him available for this game.
It's an amazing situation that he's suspended for 6 games, but he's playing in week 1. Hats off to Jerry Jones for whatever
in
lobbying.
a huge game.
Pardon me?
It's a huge divisional game.
Well, that's probably why he was able to lobby that.
Yep.
You know, I'm sure that there's politics involved, but either way, this is a big plus for Dallas. But when you look at the history of these two teams, because they play at least twice every year, the Giants have really handled this club. And I don't see any fall off for the Giants right now. Eli is there. They know how to play this club. They've handled them before. They've gone to Dallas before.
I have a
They've
question.
handled that.
I want to throw a question at you. I thought Eli was starting to show signs of decline last season. What if that decline is continuing? They don't have anything in back of him. He's it. And that actually does worry me in this game as well. I mean, I think if you're just looking at it just on spread value, power rating as opposed to line, you're probably going to say, okay, Giants are nobody. That worries me, though. And I didn't see, I guess there was some good stuff in the preseason. The game against the Jets, I believe, was pretty impressive. But
But that was the Jets.
He has to prove it to me.
Well, Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, I know.
We're all going to face that. He's a champion. He's been around a long time. He knows how to play. This is the beginning of the season. He hasn't had a lot of bumps and bruises yet. If he's going to be sharp, if he's going to be healthy, physically ready to play without twinges in his back or his arm or his shoulder, this is the time to do it. And knowing how to win, knowing how to play a team, you got some young players on Dallas. They've lost some people, as you mentioned, Dave. I don't see Dallas being as good as they were last year.
Neither do I.
And I feel the Giants are actually maybe a little bit better. So, and with the history of this, to me, now you're talking a full 4 because you're in this game. It was there was an outlaw line came out in the beginning 6.5.
Yeah, well, that was
absolutely insane. That was insane. Now with Elliott out, I was seeing 3s and 3.5s. Now he's playing, and I'm seeing 4 minus 15. So I think taking a full 4 with the Giants in this game is a gift.
All right.
I'm not saying nothing is a lock. There are no locks. But I think you have the best of it with the Giants in this particular spot.
Want to find out what Jeff Saad has to say about this game from Las Vegas Sports Services? Here he is.
This is a high total, and I have question marks about both offenses. The Giants aren't an efficient team in the red zone with Ben McAdoo's strange play calling at times. That was even evident in the preseason. The Giants were second in the NFL at stopping the run last season, and that's what Dallas likes to do, which eats up yards and the clock. New York is 7-3 under against the NFC. Play the Giants Cowboys under the total. Las Vegas Sports Services has a September special. All of my best bet releases plays every day, the rest of the month for only $49. And as a bonus, the first 25 callers who sign up get a $500 blockbuster release going this weekend on the gridiron. Just call 866-546-9467. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Great job. And when we come back, we'll take a look at some odds to win the AFC in 2017.